What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Valentine's, and I hope you can hug your stock account and hopefully make some money out of it. Alright, back onto the topic. Today we're going to talk about 4 stocks. The first one we're going to talk about is SMCI, and probably you guys, like a lot of you guys already noticed the stock recently. And then the next one we're going to talk about is NVIDIA, followed by Tesla, and then NBIS. So for NBIS, in my opinion, it could potentially be the next PLTR. There is a chance for NBIS to potentially go 2 times or 3 times of the price of now. So make sure to watch to the end to know all about it. Alright, so let's get into SMCI. Before we get to the technical part, for you guys who don't know what kind of company this is, SMCI is a company that designs and manufactures high-performance server system and solutions. They basically provide a full range of products from including servers, storage systems, networking solutions, and a cloud operating system. They focus on delivering customizable, energy-efficient, and cost-effective IT infrastructure solutions for industry like data centers, cloud computing, and enterprise business. And their offerings are known for their reliabilities. Alright guys, so you might be wondering why SMCI plumped so hard back in October. From here we can see then SMCI stock plumped in late October when the company disclosed that its accounting firm had resigned. The company had reeled from speculation that it might be delisted from NASDAQ. So they're basically saying that people were worried because people think that the stock could be delisted from NASDAQ. So they've also said that after that things started looking up. The stock railed in mid-November after Supermicro filed a plan to avoid being delisted. The stock had been climbing since then, posting gains in 6 of the last 7 trading days. Okay, if we take a look at the chart, we can see here around October there's a huge dump. And then around like October time, it climbed back up. And it's been going up and down, oscillating for a little bit for a while. And then starting from February, it came back up and came back by a lot. And now this movement created something really interesting. If we take a look at the charts, if we take a look at this over here, there is a head and shoulder. You guys can see that, right? So like basically right now there's a overall trend trying to reverse back to the $60 level. But here's one thing. Right now there's kind of like a psychological resistance around $50 because psychologically, according to people, if they see like a $50 benchmark, then they're probably gonna think to sell. And if people bought like in this early stage, like around like 20 something, or perhaps even like around the 17, 18 range, then they would probably, like, I'm assuming like at this stage, if they still hold it, then they would have aimed for a profit like at 50. First of all, it's a whole number. Second of all, like if you look at the previous resistance level and support level, it's around like $50. So a good strategy for SMCI is probably just to wait around like this 50 price level, $50. And then at that point, we can see if the stock decides to break through or fall back down. If it breaks through, then that's really good. That's really good because then we can aim for our first profit around $62. Like that's the previous resistance level and support level. And our second target could go up to like $90, $92 over here. So that's a simple overview of SMCI. One more thing, so for SMCI, right now currently there's also a really huge oscillation and momentum during day trading. So if you take a look at the 1 minute chart, there is a huge movement within like every single day. So if you can't wait before it hits the 50 to like break through, then you could do a little bit of day trading. But for day trading, make sure that you know what you're doing, otherwise don't touch it, because it could also like fall down really quickly. As you can see here, I've actually profited a little bit this morning. I bought over here and then sold over here. Alright, so now let's talk about NVIDIA. We're just gonna do a quick update about NVIDIA. There's nothing too much to talk about. So before I mention that, there's a support level at 127, and the short-term bullish is over for a while until it hits the support and bounce back up. But right now, it turns out to go back to like reverse before hitting the support level, just like $1 above the support level. It bounced back at 128. So previously I said that if it breaks through the 132 resistance, then it would try to climb to the 142 range. And right now, I think it is on its way to go to 142. So yeah, that's pretty much all about NVIDIA for recently. Alright, so now let's talk about Tesla. So previously I did say that for Tesla there could be two scenarios. One is just like hit the resistance, one is to bounce back and hit the resistance. But we have to change up the strategy a little bit, because when I looked at the 1 minute chart like throughout the day today, I did realize for Tesla there is very unstable things going on here and there, and the trading volume is a bit lower than usual. Like the average volume trading for 3 months is around $80 million, and right now it's at 68. And if we take a look at the RSI, it's swinging around the lower side. Like the RSI for signaling a buy isn't really doing a lot like of promoting me to buy, because like right now at this stage, like this is a red candle and there could be chance of it falling back. So yeah, so like my suggestions for right now is to not entry Tesla, because it's really unstable at this point. The new strategy is that if we take a look at the closing price of this candle right here, this is 361. If it breaks here, then it would oscillate between the 361 and 389, and it would oscillate towards the upper part. So it's best to wait until it breaks 361 with strong volume, and if bullish sign is confirmed, then we could entry targeting for 389. Anyway, I've said many times so far, if you look at my previous video, I said that Tesla is not something really good to look at recently. Alright, I feel like I've been yapping for so long. Now let's actually get into something important we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about NBIS, also known as the new PLTR. NBIS is an AI-focused cloud computing company that builds massive GPU clusters to provide AI infrastructures. It helps business to train and run AI models essentially, and it's competing in the red-hot AI compute space. Well, the good thing is that it's backed by NVIDIA, and then it's also prioritized to access the Blackwell AI chip. And the Blackwell AI chip is actually the latest and greatest AI chip that we have so far. Having a prioritized access to it is like really beneficial at this stage, because like all the major tech companies needs like this chip to train their AI. Well, the revenue is expected to grow by 5 to 7 times by the end of 2025. Alright, so now let's take a look at the chart of NBIS. So if we look at a max time frame for NBIS, it actually does have a lot of improvement from 2015 all the way to 2021, like November 2021. And then it fell down, down, and down. But right now, at this point, it's coming back up, swinging back up. And right now the price is 44.490. For short term, there is sure a lot of pushing momentum to go up. But if you see over here, there is a recent resistance level somewhere around 50 to 51. And we're almost about to hit that. So be aware of that. It could fall back to level 1, 37, 38, 38. Or it could also fall back to 25. And worst case scenario, it can fall all the way back to 14. If you take a look at the positive side, if it breaks through this resistance, then it can skyrocket all the way and hit the $80 level. Because in the middle, there's like literally nothing. There's not a lot of resistance. There's not a lot of things going on. There's only one tiny little small resistance over here. And that would be the $62, $61 mark. I think we should monitor the stock. As soon as it breaks the $53 resistance level, we can take a entry to target 61 and 88. Well, if you're risking to like enter now, well, I can't stop you, but the safest option is just to wait until it breaks 53 with strong volume. Although I said that that was the safest choice, but I just need to give a heads up because this stock is a high risk, high reward stock. So make sure to know what you're doing and set a profit and also set a stop loss. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really like this show. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and a subscribe. Thank you guys so much once again. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.